Climate change. It's a phrase we hear so frequently, but what exactly is it? Simply put, climate change is a global crisis that causes our planet to heat up at an alarming rate. As temperatures rise, weather patterns become more erratic and ecosystems collapse. From devastating wildfires to melting ice caps, the signs of our planet's distress are clear. In this video, we'll explore the causes, effects, and most importantly, ways to mitigate climate change. So, with no time to waste, let's dive into this exploration. Human activities are the primary cause of climate change. Because of this, climate change is happening at an unprecedented rate than before. The main culprits are the combustion of fossil fuels, deforestation, agriculture, and industrial processes. To support the demands of growing populations, humans combust fossil fuels to produce electricity, heat, and power engines. When fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gas are burned in power plants, they release many greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide comprises the majority of the greenhouse gas emissions, but methane and nitrous oxide are also emitted. So, why is this a problem? Well, when sunlight hits the Earth's surface, some of it is radiated out to space as infrared radiation. Greenhouse gases absorb infrared radiation and trap heat in the atmosphere, resulting in climate change. Deforestation worsens the problem. Trees are crucial for absorbing carbon dioxide through photosynthesis, acting as natural carbon sinks. However, when forests are cleared for agriculture, logging, or urban expansion, this vital carbon sink is lost. This leads to greater concentrations of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, trapping heat and warming the planet. It's estimated that deforestation contributes to around 10% of global greenhouse gas emissions. Agricultural practices also play a significant role in climate change. Livestock farming, particularly cattle and sheep, produces methane, a greenhouse gas that is about 25 times more potent than carbon dioxide over a 100-year period. Additionally, the use of synthetic fertilizers releases nitrous oxide, another potent greenhouse gas. Deforestation for agricultural purposes, such as clearing land for cattle grazing or soybean cultivation, compounds the problem, contributing to emissions and reducing carbon sequestration potential. Now that we know what the primary causes of climate change are, how do they impact the environment? When temperatures rise, regions near the equator may become too warm for animals to survive, shifting them out of their range of tolerance for environmental conditions. As a result, many animals are forced to migrate to higher latitudes where temperatures are cooler. This can lead to habitat loss and a lack of food sources, which may cause extinction if animals are unable to rapidly adapt to changes. Higher temperatures also cause sea level rise. When oceans are warmed, thermal expansion occurs as atoms vibrate faster and spread out. The melting of ice caps also adds water to the ocean and contributes to higher sea levels. One reason why this is problematic is because many animals, such as polar bears, walruses, and Arctic foxes, rely on sea ice to survive and may face habitat loss. In particular, polar bears use sea ice as a hunting ground, and when less of it is available, their food supply decreases. Sea level rise can also lead to flooding along coastal communities and erosion along shorelines. This damages infrastructure such as homes, buildings, and transportation routes. It also can cause saltwater intrusion by increasing the amount of salt water that flows into groundwater aquifers and estuaries. This deteriorates the water quality of drinking water sources and requires more water treatment. Climate change also drastically alters weather patterns. Rising temperatures influence atmospheric circulation patterns, affecting wind speeds and precipitation distribution in communities. For example, warmer oceans fuel stronger hurricanes and typhoons, while changes in atmospheric pressure patterns can lead to prolonged periods of drought or heavy rainfall in certain regions. But that's not all. Climate change poses significant risks to human health as it creates favorable conditions for the spread of infectious diseases and pathogens. Rising temperatures contribute to the expansion of disease vectors like mosquitoes and ticks, since they are able to survive more easily. This can cause the spread of vector-borne illnesses such as malaria to new regions. Additionally, extreme weather events like heat waves and floods can disrupt healthcare systems, compromise access to clean water and sanitation, and increase the risk of foodborne illnesses and waterborne diseases. Now that we know all about the issues that are associated with climate change, what can we do about it? One solution is to transition to renewable energy sources, such as solar, wind, and hydroelectric power. Unlike fossil fuels, renewable energy technologies generate electricity without emitting greenhouse gases, thus reducing our carbon footprint and mitigating global warming. Improving energy efficiency across various sectors can also help to reduce the need to combust fossil fuels for energy. We can significantly decrease our energy consumption by upgrading to energy-efficient appliances, improving insulation in building designs, and optimizing transportation systems to reduce fuel consumption. Energy efficiency initiatives not only lower greenhouse gas emissions, but also lead to cost savings, enhance comfort and productivity, and reduce our overall environmental impact. Implementing sustainable agricultural processes can reduce methane production, nitrous oxide emissions, and deforestation. This includes practices such as rotational grazing, cover cropping, and integrated pest management to promote ecological balance and enhance resilience to climate change. Also, by expanding forest cover and enhancing forest management practices, we can improve carbon sequestration and preserve biodiversity. As we finish off our exploration of the causes, effects, and solutions to climate change, it's evident that urgent action is needed to protect our planet's future. By implementing sustainable practices, transitioning to clean energy sources, and advocating for policy changes, we can mitigate the impacts of climate change and build a more resilient world. Together, let's commit to taking meaningful action today to ensure a sustainable planet for future generations. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time!